Here's a look at your daily market report on this Friday, the 5th day of September. Before we get into looking at the markets, just give you an outline of some of the sales coming up this weekend. Couple special replacement cow sales, Mocan Livestock Market in Butler. They'll have a sale Saturday right after lunch at 1 o'clock, expecting about 900 head there. Ozarks Regional Stockyards in West Plains, they'll have a sale Saturday evening, expecting about 1,000 head at least there, perhaps more. Then, of course, this week is the first Saturday of the month, so we've got the hay auction. Southwest Missouri Hay Auctions looks like they're going to have a big offering this week. 1,250 round bales listed on the early listings, 1,850 large square bales, and about 2,400 small square bales. That sale will get kicked off at 10 a.m. sharp. On Thursday, Mid-Missouri Stockyards in Phillipsburg, they had their weekly feeder cattle sale, 1,053 head. The market there was called very uneven, from $10 lower up to $5 higher. New Cambria Livestock Market, they had a very light run on Thursday, 443 head. The market there was called from $5 lower to $8 higher. It was noted that some of that was just due to the size of the offering. A lot of the cattle sold in small packages, some 1-2 head drafts, making it pretty difficult for buyers to put orders together. Mocan Livestock Market, on Thursday, they had 522 head. The steers and heifers there were mostly steady. Some feeder steers, medium and large ones, 4 to 5 weights at $458 to $500. Some 5 to 6 weights at $430 to $498. A few heifers weighing 5 to 600 pounds. Some of these tagged as fleshy, $379 to $387. A small package of 750-pound heifers at $346. Thursday evening, Callaway Livestock Center, they had their monthly special replacement cow sale. They ended up with about 1,250 head there. The medium and large bred heifers in second and third stage, 1.5 to 2 years old, they topped out last night at $5,300 per head. The cow-calf pairs, some young 2 to 8 year old cows, bred back in the first stage with calves at their side, 3.5 to 400 pounds. Those 3-in-1 pairs, they topped out last night at $6,000 per pair. Taking a look at the midday box beef cutout values, choice was down $3.16 at $411.05. Select down 79 cents at $386.98. Those values based on 84 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The choice select spread at $24.07. Negotiated feedlot trades so far for the week, 60,988 head. The price gap between the north and south basically disappeared this week. Texas reported 4,421 head, 242 to 242.50 live. Kansas, 6,178 head so far. Live price there from 242 to 243. In Iowa, 22,170 head. Live sales in Iowa at 242 to 243, a small handful at 245, mostly 243. Dress sales at 380 to mostly 383. In Nebraska, they've reported 20,821 head so far this week. Live sales there at 242 to 243. Dress sales from 382 to 385, mostly at 383. Taking a look at the futures markets at midday, live cattle have continued, and the feeders also continued to fall lower this week. First time in a long time we've had any consecutive days of lower cattle futures. For the week so far, as of this report, the live cattle are down about $4. Feeder cattle down about $8 for the week. At midday, October live cattle down $1.30, $235.65. December, $237.27, down $127. In February, $238.47, down $140. Feeder cattle for September, $359.15, down $67. October at $356.97, down $1.97. And November, $355.20, down $2.87. Who knows what Monday will bring? All of this could turn around, and these cattle futures could be up sharply by Monday. But if any of our historical data is worth anything anymore, of course, with volatility and the way the market's been going lately, who knows if it is. But historically, September is a lower trending month for the cattle. Taking a look at the lean hog futures at midday, October 96.10 up 107, December 88.40 up $1.10, and February up 87 at 90.37. Taking a look at the grains at midday, corn contracts are 2 to 3.5 cents higher. September 403 1/4, December 421 3/4, March at 440. September soybeans, the old crop up 3 cents, 10.15. The rest of the contracts all 2 to 2.5 lower at midday. November new crop beans down 2.5 at 10.30 1/2. January down 2 1/4 at 10.49 1/4. Wheat contracts, September at 5.06. December 5.22, March at 5.38 3/4. Those contracts 2.5 to 3 3/4 cent higher. Soybean meal, no trade so far today on the September. October's up $1.30 at 281.40. Same story with bean oil, no trade so far on the September today. October 55 cents lower at 50.96. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's a look at your daily market report for Friday. This is Tom Hancock.